Party looks at Doomslayer. Rip and tear? She asks. Both of them. Rip and tear. Yay, murder! Proceeds to give massive beatdown. And that's how the holy hand nuke of you was made, used, and made history. Hey, what's up everybody, I'm SkyDieRay and welcome to another DnDGreentext video. How are you guys doing? Hoping a wonderful day today. Before jumping into it, I want to quickly ask you if you want to take a moment, smash the like button, takes a second and helps out a lot, so thanks so much for those. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Fewer than 101 goblins. I heard a rumor somewhere that goblins are a form of Fae in 5th edition. WTF is up with that? What about hobgoblins, bugbears, etc.? Anyway, this was before then. Back in the days of 3rd and 3.5, when goblins were monstrous humanoids. Also, there were none of the strange paladinates with the oath-breaking and vengeance and so on. Strictly lawful good. Bimmy, human sorcerer with a level of paladin for the saving throw bonus cheese. Be the other guy in my small party. Borbo Butterbit. Halfling rogue with a spiked chain for some reason. Weirdo. Campaign begins. We're on a boat sailing to the new world. A new land of hope for a fresh start. Far from the stifling rules of the noble classes back home. Here, we can finally have freedom. The Mayflower didn't land on us. We landed on the Mayflower? I don't know. Arrive in the semi-lawless frontier settlement. Robbers try to take the seeds, plows, etc. that the settlers have bought, and we fight back and save the day. Borbo is doing some fearsome damage with his chain. Jokes about, don't yank my chain, and I'll chain you up, and in fact, jokes might be too strong of a word. Really loves his chain. Weirdo. Anyway, with a small party size, DM gives us a cleric NPC to help out. He was on the boat the whole time, impressed by our bravery and altruism in helping the settlers, and previously he thought we were scummy mercenaries. Little from column A, little from column B. We escort the settlers to the Land Corp office, and they are assigned a parcel to work. Bimmy, asking for work. B Land Corp, assigning the sorcerer, rogue and cleric a space in the fields. Be not much sense made. Head out there anyway. Try to build a house, give up on day 3 and head back to the town. Tavern.scroll. Buxom barmaid. Cloaked figure lurking in the corner, the usual. Find a notice asking for mercenaries to help guard explorer groups. Follow directions to Landcorp office. Wait. Bimmy asking Landcorp why they didn't tell us this 3 days ago. B Landcorp, confused and disorganized, with different people doing different jobs. Be the rangers of the new land, seeking mercenaries for fighting duty, hampered by the Landcorp front office, focusing on getting people farming. Bimmy, joining up with rangers. Leader of these guys embraces the nature as divine power aspect of the ranger class and worships the rising sun, the falling rain, the sturdy tree and the cleansing fire. Bimmy, calling him sun at every opportunity. It's funny because it sounds like sun. First expedition. We follow a river up into the low hills inland. Attacked by orcs, fight back and slay them. Tracking, stumble across a second group of orcs and take a prisoner this time. Tie up the prisoner and take him back with us to town. Be prisoner, refusing to talk at all and biting anyone who comes too close. Be us, locking the prisoner in the closet wing that this town has to a cell. Be prisoner, chewing through ropes and escaping in the night, murdering 3 people and eventually being cut to pieces by the town guards, never surrendering even though he had no chance. Be us, waking up in the morning to hear this news and receive some of the blame for bringing the orc back. WTF, not exactly our idea to let him escape. Nice guarding, jackass. Second expedition. Rangers being told to get us the hell out of town. Head further along the river, find more orcs, try to capture more, but they never surrender, even when captured and tied up, or chained by Butterbit's weapon. Always try to bite or headbutt or whatever they can. Find only one settlement. No orcs though, only goblins. The goblins are more curious than anything. Approach with weapons ready but try to talk. Can't speak the language but manage to remain peaceful. Be me, showing the goblin an orc head. Be goblins, indicating a certain level of satisfaction that the orc is dead. Peaceful is a relative term in D&D. Leave, head back to the town, and try to arrange for a translation spell or something. No one high enough level, but Landcorp says that if we can negotiate with the goblins and get enough of them to tolerate the settlers, we will be richly rewarded. Diplomacy time, I guess? I can do that. Split into 2 teams. the rangers to deal with the orcs, and the diplomats to deal with the goblins. Spend the next few in-game weeks finding goblins, talking to them, trying to learn their language, giving gifts of blankets and glass beads, and so on. Eventually, Borbo gains a level and takes a rank in the goblin language. Side quests now possible on behalf of the goblins. Turns out, they are under attack from orcs as well. Help out the ranger corps. Track orcs back to some caves nearby. Caves are much deeper than expected, deserted at surface level, but once we get deeper, there are orc strongholds. Little bit of fighting orcs, get a level or two myself, and can finally cast tongs. Would have preferred Fireball to be honest, but so noble, must find a peaceful way to coexist with the goblins. Borbo is pretty quiet most of the time, but he's still with me. Give up on the orc caves, because it's a bit too hard for us at the moment. Find more goblins to talk to. Several major settlements are now located, as well as lots of small villages. Goblin Nation pretty much, not just random tribes. Managed to introduce the nearest ones to our settlement. BDM, Trollface for a while now. Ask him why. He says he's doing a thing where he battles the standard racist assumptions of D&D. Goblins can actually be peaceful, but it's funny because orcs totally match the stereotype. This apparently is funny because it's half woke and half unwoke? I don't know. Okay, DM, whatever you need to keep entertained. We'll be over here. Weeks pass. We arrange a meeting of the Goblin Council with 100 members, and they will decide if they are going to ally with the settlers or turn them away. Be us at the meeting. Ranger Sunny Guy is here to report on what he knows about the orcs at the same time. Borbo overhears some of the goblins mocking his height. Not the council members themselves, just some bystanders. Bimi learned a little bit of goblin, plus using tongue spell, charisma boost spell with Eagle Splendor, I think, and give a beautiful speech about the power of sentient brotherhood across different lands and races. Plus, we can beat the shit out of the orcs if we team up. Almost persuaded them. Vote soon. Wait though. Butterbit is getting pissed and starts shouting at the goblins who are teasing his height. One of the council comes over, crowd gathering, and everyone is shouting. Apparently, this council guy is the parent, patron something, of one of the goblins who's now shoving Borbo. About to be a fight, Goblin pulls a dagger, Butterbit is stabbed, falling back, whips out his chain, flails it around into the face of the council guy. Bimi turning to the ranger. If you're having orc trouble, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 goblins, Butterbit chained one. God damn it. I really hope the story was real. And you know, it wasn't all just a setup for that at the end. I really hope so, god damn it. Now I shall show the power of the mighty nuke of Mr. Clean. It's your boy again, coming at you with a longer tale of what did my players do this time in the Sliverlight Chronicles. Bimi, your favorite DM that wants you to have fun and drop the mad style in encounters. Be the party today. Holy Asimar War Cleric, our resident Doomslayer, Half-Orc Barbarian, and College of Glamour Bard. They all be level 11 at this time. So in today's tale, the party is checking into a forward base camp of raiders that's been giving the nearby towns some trouble. Said raiders also have some abyssal help. So #load up on that holy water. Cue to them about a day later after setting up a little surprise tool that will help them later. They're outside the camp on a nearby cliffside looking down at the camp. All of them roll pretty high on sight. That's a lot of hostiles in that camp. Doomslayer decides she's gonna go in solo Metal Gear Solid style to see what chaos she can sow in the camp and maybe pin some numbers. When your barbarian is also your sneaky sneak. She flawlessly gets past a lot of sentries and at one point outright glares down on two guards to the point that they just go, "No, I didn't see nothing. Did you, Jim?" "Nope." So about those rings tonight, tell her that her danger sense is feeling something off nearby. Tell her to roll her highest talent for looking into this. She rolls a survival. Dirty 20's it. Roll the 13 plus her base 7. Tell her in what looks to be the largest tent she feels a strong power level. Steps above the mooks that she's casually hiding from. Be it stealth or just outright scaring them into not seeing her. Find the leader raider talking with a large devil about some things. She hears they're about to blitz the nearby towns tonight after Hype speech. She also sees the leader has some kind of transformation and weapon from the abyss. Would pick violence but needs the other guns. She returns back to the other two that were waiting. She tells them everything she found and saw. Angel Boy tells them this: why don't we give them the power of our little body here, as he motions to the surprise tool that they made. Everyone agrees to that. A few hours later, camp is out, armed and ready to hear leader speech. And the leader speech hypes the boys up massively, grants them 1 additional damage die on hit, and they're about to leave. Angel Boy gets ready to start flying about the camp. Bard casts a spell that allows Doomslayer to address the camp, and by address, I mean threaten them. Doomslayer gives her quote-unquote words to the raiders, some hesitant versus all that presence. Leader doesn't back down, but they're not paying attention to the flying Angel Boy above them. Angel Boy's player looks at me and I look at him. He tells me he drops a surprise tool in the center of the group. The tool was the holy hand grenade of you. Those Volt motherfuckers. Has to roll the damage and then group saves versus the impending dusting that's about to happen. Angel Boy is in the blast radius as well, but he was okay with this, as in the Sliverlight Chronicles, if your race has a resist element, every 3 levels your character gains upgrades for that resistance by 1 level. Asimars in the Sliverlight multiverse carry the resist light trait, and they leveled enough for Angel Boy's resistant to upgrade into Drain Light. If you want to use this for your table, it goes resist, null, and then drain or repel. Player picks one of them at level up. A lot of raiders did not make the save from the sudden surprise attack. Leader casts absorb elements to give himself resist light, and he's the only one that makes the save. The devil waiting in the shadows also didn't make the save. This one had resist light naturally. Please wait as the DM rolls damage. To note, they bought 20 vials of holy water, 10 large bombs which they infused with the holy water, with a 2 water to 1 bomb ratio, and then asked if they could fuse all of them into one. Each bomb would have dealt 3d8 plus 5 radiant damage in a 15-foot sphere. They fused 10 bombs into one. They threw a holy hand nuke that deals a grand total of 30d8 plus 50 in a 150-foot sphere. Cue a lot of raiders outright getting downed and or getting team rockets blasting off, again from the sheer force of all that holy. Angel Boy also gets blasted away from the force, but is healed by the blast since he's like, that's some good shit. Tell him to roll a dexterity save to take him out of spiraling to the ground. He makes it after the second roll, and he had 3 saves to catch himself. They all go down to the holy dusted camp. Many raiders are either out like lights or just plain ejected into the space. Leader is still standing. Devil is still standing. Both are effectively at half-life from all of that. The party. So, God, it's just these two, right? Me. Yeah, like you effectively dropped a Mr. Clean nuke into this place. All the mooks are either down or ain't here anymore. Party looks at Doomslayer. Repenter? She asks. Both of them. Repenter. Yay, murder! Proceeds to give massive beatdown. And that's how the holy hand nuke of you was made, used, and made history. Your players will think of stuff you ain't ready for, but sometimes it's just better to say, you know what, fuck it, it sounds cool and y'all are hyped for it. Let's make it happen. Alright, on that note, that's been it for today's video, so thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe if you haven't already. Also thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon as well as on YouTube as channel members. I appreciate it a lot, so thanks so much for those. Links below if you want to check them out, as well as links to the social media, subreddit, Discord, and anything else. And yeah, that's it, thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye.